I'm so excited to have everybody here. Welcome to our webinar. For those of you guys that don't know me, I'm Jess, and I'm the founder of Tribe Fierce and Free, and myself and a few of the girls on our tribe are going to be offering to you guys a free webinar tonight on how to live your life by design. So we actually have a little slideshow prepared for all of you, and I'm going to pull that up in a minute. If you haven't already, go ahead and type in the chat box below, introduce yourself, and say one thing that you're grateful for today. On our tribe, we talk about gratitude all the time because the more you can express gratitude in your life, the more you're going to manifest your dreams into your life. Because if you don't have a grateful heart and you can't be grateful for what you have right now, the universe can't give you anything else. So that's why I practice gratitude every single day. Love you, ladies. So real quick before I pull the slides up, I'm going to introduce to you guys the three ladies that are doing this with me. Deborah, if you want to unmute yourself real quick and just wave and just say hi to everybody. And you can just say one quick thing about yourself.
Hi, everyone. I am Deborah West. I am a stay-at-home mom.
Awesome. Thanks, girl. And I'll give you guys the chance to hear everyone's story here in a minute that's going to be leading this with me. And then next, who's leading this with me? We have Alyssa. Alyssa, if you want to unmute yourself and intro yourself and say hi.
Hey, everyone. I'm Alyssa Gottwald. I live in Chicago, and I'm a small business owner in addition to doing Beachbody.
Awesome. Thanks, babe. All right, Amanda is next. Amanda, unmute yourself, say hi, and intro yourself.
Hi, I'm Amanda. I'm a mom and a server as well as a Beachbody coach and a wife too. So all that fun stuff.
Awesome. Thanks, girl. All right, ladies, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and pull up the slides. I should have had this pulled up already. I thought I did. All right, so we're going to kick off this webinar. The first 30 minutes, we're going to be teaching you guys how to live a life by design. We have, how many slides is that? We have 5 different slides that we're going to go over. And, whoops, that's not what I wanted to click. I need to click present. Where is presentation mode? I don't see. Oh, there it is. My apologies, guys. I am not good with technology. So the first 30 minutes or so, we're going to be talking about tips on how to live life by design. And then if you want to stay on with us, you're more than welcome to. The last 30 minutes, we're going to be talking about the coaching opportunity and what we do on our health and wellness tribe. No worries if you don't want to stay for that. You're more than welcome to just stay for the first half hour. I know most of you that I invited this to, it was just for the first 30 minutes to get the education on how to live life by design. But if you feel it resonates with you, then you can definitely stay on with us for the next 30 minutes. So in a second, you guys are going to learn a little bit more about Deborah's story, Alyssa's story, and Amanda's story. But I'm going to minimize this real quick. I want to just share with you guys a little bit about my story and why I wanted to share with you guys about this topic tonight and why I wanted to talk about this. So like I said, you guys know my name's Jess. I don't know why I just said that again. My life was a lot different a few years ago. I think I'm in Facebook Live mode, introducing myself. 3 years ago, was it 3 years? I never know what year it is. Yeah, around a few years ago, I was working a corporate job. I lived in Georgia, and I hated life, basically. Like, I was working all the time. I was miserable. I was living paycheck to paycheck. I was broke. I was drowning in debt. And I basically did the thing that we all are told to do as a society: go to school, get an education, graduate college, go find a corporate job, get a 9-to-5, and that's what they tell us success is. But that wasn't for me, and I was miserable, and I only worked in corporate for 4 years after I graduated college, and I knew it wasn't for me. Raise your hand if you've ever felt that way. Like, this just does not resonate with me. I want to go do my own thing. Many of you probably feel that way if you're on this webinar, because if you want to live life by design, I'm thinking that you don't want anything to do with someone else telling you what to do all day. So anyways, I ended up starting my coaching business, and within 2 years of starting it, I was able to pay off all of my debt, become completely debt-free. I grew my business to a 6-figure residual income. So that's literally money that I earn in my sleep, whether I work or not. I gave all my belongings away, and I moved to Hawaii. And the reason I'm telling you guys this is to share with you how manifestation and the law of attraction really works, which we're going to teach you about in a minute, because I never, ever, ever believed in myself. I'm from South Carolina. I'm from a small ass town. I never thought that I would be able to live this kind of dream life that I'm able to live now. But by learning about the law of attraction and the tips that we're going to teach you guys about tonight, I was able to literally now say that I am living out my dream life. So raise your hand if you would like a story like that where you can live out your dream life. You don't necessarily have to want to move to Hawaii. You don't have to want to be a coach. You don't have to want to earn 6 figures, but I think we all have something in common. We want to have freedom. Raise your hand if you want freedom. Freedom, freedom, freedom. I don't want anyone to tell me what to do. I want to live life on my own terms and travel when I want and do what I want. Are we all on the same page? Let's like raise the roof or do some weird kind of dance just because it's fun. Okay. So let's go ahead, thanks Erica, and get back to the slides. And for those of you guys that don't know me, you probably already know I'm kind of ADD, so we're just going to go with it and get started. So if you guys have any questions at any time, type them in the chat box so that you can ask me to slow down and explain what I'm talking about, because sometimes I go off on tangents and don't make any sense. So number one on how to live life by design is you've got to get clear on what you want. So the biggest thing that I had to realize for this is I had to stop comparing myself to what other people had. I had to stop following people on social media and thinking that that was the life I was supposed to have. I always thought that because of what society teaches us, that I had to get married, have 2.5 kids, have a dog, live in a suburb with a white picket fence, and go to a corporate job all day. But that never resonated with me. And even when I became an entrepreneur, I compared myself to other entrepreneurs, and their style never resonated with me, but I thought that I had to be like them to be successful. And then I finally learned, like, fuck that. Success is whatever I want to make it. I don't necessarily want this 2.5 kids things with like a golden retriever and a suburb house and a white picket fence. I want to do me. I want to live in a tropical island. I want to live in Hawaii. I want to travel. I want to be a free spirit and do whatever the fuck I want to do all day long. And it took me a long time to be able to get to that point. Well, 27 years. And I'm glad that I did, but I just want to preface that by saying, do not compare yourself to other people, and don't compare yourself to other people's stories that you see on Facebook, because you never know what's going on behind the scenes. And you never know, what am I trying to say? You never know what chapter they are on. You might be on your chapter 1 of your journey, and they could be on their chapter 30. So don't compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 30. I don't even know if that grammatically made sense, but hopefully you guys understood the point of what I was trying to say. But in order to manifest your dreams, you have to get super duper duper clear on what you want. You have to know exactly what it is that you want. And I'm going to give you guys some tips on how you can do that. First and foremost, I want you to dream as big as possible. Don't think about time. Don't think about money. Don't think about any of that. If the first thing that pops into your head is that you want to move to Hawaii, but you don't think you can afford it, well, fuck that. You can afford it. You can do anything that you want to. If something else that pops into your head is that you want to be able to take your kids on a vacation to Disneyland, but you don't have the time, well, guess what? Yes, you do. You have the time. So you just have to take money and time out of the equation, because the universe can literally give you anything that you want. You just have to believe it, which we're going to talk about more in a minute. So like I said, you have to be as specific as possible. One of my favorite podcasters that I follow, Lewis Howes, I went to his event in LA. Annalisa was there with me at the beginning of the year, and he taught us all about like how to get what you want, basically, in 2017. And he does this dream day activity is what he calls it. And basically what you're going to do when you do this dream day activity is you're going to think about, what would your dream day be? What would that consist of? If you didn't have to go to a job, if you had no responsibilities, no obligations, what would you wake up and do? How would you spend your time? So you can actually write this down to where you're starting with like whatever time of day you want to wake up. So if you wake up at 7 a.m., literally take a piece of paper and write down from 7 a.m. every single hour until whenever you go to bed, maybe 10 p.m. or whatever it is, and then put down what you want to do at each hour of every day. Where do you want to be when you wake up? Do you want to hear the sound of the ocean in Hawaii? Do you want to be in the mountains of Colorado? Do you want to be on a farm? Where do you want to be? What do you want to see? What do you want to smell? What do you want to taste? Who do you want to be with? And then think about that throughout your whole entire day. What do you want to spend your morning doing? Where do you want to go? How do you want to spend lunch? Who do you want to spend your lunch with? What do you want to be doing? Where do you want to go eat? What kind of food do you want to eat? Do you want to be able to go out to eat and go wherever you want and not worry about how much money it costs and leave like a big fat tip for the waitress? What do you want to spend your afternoon doing? Who do you want to spend it with? How do you want to end your day? Who do you want to be with? The same process throughout the day, and write that down and be as specific as possible. And then what you're going to do next is you're going to visualize it, because literally what we focus on and what we think about and our thoughts become reality. We're going to talk more about the law of attraction in a minute, but essentially the law of attraction is whatever you focus on is what you get. So if you're focusing on all the bad stuff in your life that you don't like, then you're going to get more of that. Before I paid off all my debt, I was focusing on how am I ever going to get out of debt? And guess what? I was never getting out of debt. But then when I changed that and reprogrammed my brain, which I'm going to tell you how to do in a minute, and started saying that I was debt free, even though I didn't know how it was going to happen, I became debt free literally within a few months and grew my business to 6 figures. So you've got to visualize it. You've got to focus on it. So what I like to do every day when I wake up, before I get out of bed, I say in my head or out loud, however you want to do it, 3 things that I'm grateful for. And then I visualize my 3 top goals that I want to come true this year. And I visualize with my eyes closed, and like literally close your eyes and like paint the picture and see it happening and feel it, feel how it would feel to reach that goal. And do that for at least 20 seconds for each goal. It literally will take you 60 seconds. Everyone has time for fucking 60 seconds. Like, it's a matter of priorities. Do you want to reach your dream life or not? It's so super simple. So when you visualize it, there's actually scientific evidence that the more we visualize things, and when we have vision boards, which we're going to talk about in a minute, it's going to manifest into your reality when you focus on it. And the reason why I say feel it is because whatever your vibration that you're putting out there, which is essentially how you feel, your energy, we'll just call it energy if you're not familiar with what vibration is, your energy is going to attract it to you. So if you want to attract really badass things to you, you've got to be in a badass energy all day, every day, like a happy, amazing, positive energy. And I tell this to our team all the time. If you wake up and you feel like shit, and you expect to manifest something better into your life, well, you just get up and dance. Turn on some rap music, dance around naked in your kitchen, do whatever you got to do. And literally just make yourself be in a good vibe. A lot of people ask me how I'm so happy and positive all the time. And guess what? It's a choice. And I'm not all the time. I cried probably 10 times in the last 5 days. But I still make a decision every day to be happy no matter what. And I'll turn on music and literally make myself be in a good energy and a good vibe, because I know if I'm in a bad energy and a bad vibe, I'm going to attract those experiences to me. So I can't be in a bad vibe and expect to attract good things. So you want to feel it, because it's going to attract it to you. So in order to get clear on what you want, I highly recommend for all of you to read the book, The Desire Map by Danielle LaPorte. If someone could type that in the chat box for me, that would be awesome. So essentially in this book, she's going to go over and help you identify what your core desired feelings are. Because the reason we all make goals is not because of the actual goal. It's not because we want to have $100,000 or have a certain kind of car or have a certain kind of house or look a certain way. It's because of how we think it's going to make us feel. And oftentimes we can have a goal and reach it, and it doesn't feel like how we thought it was going to feel, and then we can get depressed, and it's not good. I've been there before in 2015. So take it from me, when you're setting your goals and you're looking at how to live your life by design and reach your dreams and goals, you need to get super clear on how you want to feel. So some examples that she goes over in the book of what your core desired feelings are freedom, sexy, confident, bold, beautiful, sassy. Whatever it is, we all have different ones. But once you identify what those core desired feelings are, that's going to help you get clear on what you want and be specific about what you want. And every single day, when I sit down and look at what I have on my schedule for that day or that week or that month, or anytime someone invites me to do something or whatever, I ask myself, does this help me reach my core desired feeling? And if the answer is no, I usually don't do it 99.9% of the time. Because why am I going to waste my time doing something that isn't helping me feel how I want to feel and it doesn't resonate with me? So like I said a minute ago, if you struggle with negative thoughts, if you struggle with anxiety, if you struggle with toxic thoughts or any of those things, I have been there. I used to have panic attacks a couple years ago, and sometimes it still creeps up on me. And I've always had negative thoughts. We're human. Like, it's how our brain is wired to protect us. So when all the negative thoughts start spiraling in, it's your brain going on overload, trying to do what it thinks is protecting you, but really it's keeping you suffocated and keeping you in a coffin where you're not going to reach any of your goals because you're paralyzed by fear. So I share that with all of you to say that you're not alone if you feel that way, if you struggle with negative thoughts. And if you do, what I had to do, and I still have to do it every day, is I do affirmations. If you guys have never read the book Think and Grow Rich or watched The Secret, I highly recommend it. We're going to talk more about that in a minute. But you basically say what your goals are out loud in present tense in the morning and at night before you go to bed. And what it does is it reprograms your brain because our thoughts become reality. So if you're telling yourself in your brain all day, I suck, I'm fat, I'm never going to reach my goal, I'm such a failure, how do you expect to reach your goals? You have to say empowering things to yourself. I have a lot of meditations that can help you guys with this. If you would like me to send them to you, just private message me and let me know. But literally, if you struggle with this, wake up. I had to do this for months to get out of a depression. And it sounds really corny, but I learned it at a conference and it works wonders. Jump out of bed, and instead of beating yourself up and being depressed and not wanting to get out of bed or whatever it is, tell yourself, I'm fucking awesome, I'm a badass, I can do anything, I'm amazing. Like, you have to speak positively to yourself, and it's not weird and there's nothing wrong with it. If you want to really have your dream life and live life by design, you've got to be fucking confident and you've got to believe in yourself. Tony Robbins conference changed my life forever in 2014, and he says that 80% of success in life comes from mindset. 80% comes from mindset. And only 20% comes from action. So you can put in all the action that you want to all day, every day, and you may not be getting the results that you want. And that was me for a couple of years until I went to Tony Robbins and he helped me reprogram my fucking brain. And I learned how to empower myself and how to replace those fears and limited beliefs with stories that empowered me to reach my goals. So that's the first tip on getting clear on what you want. I'm going to minimize this real quick because I can't see the chat box or anybody's faces. So I'm going to actually switch it over to our tip number 2 with Alyssa, which is make a vision board. You go, girl.
Hey, everybody. So making a vision board is super, super important. I first made my first vision board a couple of years ago. And just before I started Beachbody and started coaching, I kind of realized how important this thing was. It was part of a massage school, like, project thing that I had made it, and I had put it up on this bulletin board, and it got covered up by stuff. And the only things that weren't covered were the things that actually happened. I wanted to open a small business. I wanted to become a licensed massage therapist. Those were the only 2 things that I could see every day. And actually I was licensed as a massage therapist less than a year, and I opened my own small business. So when I realized that, and I realized that the other things that needed to be uncovered for them to happen, it kind of changed everything. One of the other things that was on that vision board was to move to Florida, and I am doing that. I literally uncovered this vision board in January. And I'm moving to Florida the first week of May. So, being able to see the things that you want is so, so important. So, again, it goes back to the law of attraction and seeing the things that you want and being able to focus on what you want so that you can get it. Jess wanted to be debt-free. She wanted to live in Hawaii. She had a vision board that, made that possible. She had pictures of, being in Hawaii, the beach, you know, and all kinds of different things. And she was able to continue to focus on that stuff and made it happen. It's all about helping you visualize what you want. The books Think and Grow Rich, The Secret, The Desire Map, you know, all of those things, Ask and It Is Given. Those are going to help you with being able to visualize it too, and, you know, keep those things in front of you, because if they're not in front of you, you kind of forget about them, you don't think about it, and then you don't take steps towards being able to achieve those things or putting the vibration out there so that it can come to you. A vision board can look at like a lot of different things. Jess uses this this website. There's a link in the page. It's called dreamittalive.com, and you can actually make a vision board, and you can make it your background on your phone. You can make it your background on your computer. You can print them out and put them all over the place. So there's one of Jess's there. She just shared it with you guys. So, you know, you can do that. And all it is pictures. You know, you can throw in some like words and things like that if it resonates with you. Mine personally is, I have a glass desk, and mine is all stuck to the underside of the glass desk. I'm going to actually swing this over and show you so that you guys have an idea. So this is where I do my work every day, and this is my vision board. So I don't know if you can see it very well. But, you know, it's got to be in a place where you can see it. If you can't see it, it kind of doesn't make sense to have it. So, you know, you can use magazines. You don't necessarily even have to have magazines. Go on Google, take pictures, print them out, you know, get creative with the stuff. Me and my mom had gone to the Fed in Chicago, is where I live, and we got Fed shreds, which is just basically a box of shredded money, but it's real money. And I have that hanging up on a bulletin board because I want to bring more money into my life. It's real money. It's shredded, but it's there. You know, so you have to have that stuff in front of you. This is very, very important to be able to, you know, be able to see it and continuously every day take steps towards those things. So if you don't have one, make one, because it's going to help a ton.
That was beautiful, girl. Anything else you want to share about that? Way to go in Florida.
Thank you. I'm excited.
Cool. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and hand it over to Amanda on tip number 4. And this is what I've talked about a little bit already, is that you have got to fuck your limiting beliefs and fears. So I'm going to mute myself out and hand it over to Amanda.
Okay. Hey, everybody. Luckily, I got done eating before I had to come on. Sorry. Late dinner tonight. So we're going to talk about all your limiting beliefs, like Jess said, because this is one of the big things that we all deal with every single day. Whether you're doing Beachbody or whether you're doing a different kind of business, or you're a parent, or you're a CEO, or you're a janitor, it doesn't really matter. Everybody has limiting beliefs. That's just part of it. So you basically have to think about it like in an easy way, which means like it's your life, like she says, and you're worth it. So if you want it to be good, then you have to know that it can be good. And if you're constantly sitting in a negative path and you're like, I'm not worth it and I can't do this, then it's never going to work. So you just have to get out of your own way and just start saying it over and over and over again. I know Jess and I talk about that. A couple girls are on here that I talk to too every day. And, you know, I tell you all the time, like, go write it down on the mirror in like lipstick if you have to. And then you see it, because you are worth it. Whatever you want to do, you're worth it. And that's number one for sure. The next thing you need to do really is like kind of determine what's holding you back in life. Yeah, we do hold each other accountable. If you didn't see what Jess said, for sure, find somebody that's going to keep you in a good spot. Need to determine what's holding you back. Like with weight loss, like what we do, is it because you have always been overweight, so you just don't feel like you can ever not be overweight? Is it because your family's overweight and you're like, oh, that's just how it is, that's just how we are? Is it because you have some sort of illness that you can't get over and you're like, oh, well, they said that this is just how it is, so that's just how it's going to be? That's not necessarily true. It's not true at all, actually. If you want to do it, you just have to get out of your own way and start taking baby steps every single day to, just as the weight loss thing is easiest for me to talk about, just get out of your own way and make it work. Whether that be working out, or you want to go back to school, or whatever you want to do, just go do it, because it's only you that's holding you back. It's not necessarily your beliefs that are holding you back. It's you. You are telling yourself you can't do it. That's it. So, I love that part. Sorry, I just got like chills. I'm reading what people are saying. So, um, another thing that gets in the way is always like money, because we always say that we don't have the money to do it or whatever. That's another limiting belief. It's like a big one. We hear it all the time, in every business, in every school story. You have it, as far as like what we are, like, even if you just are with us or something like that, and I'll just use shakes for an instance, because I know a lot of us are Beachbody coaches on here. You have $100. I promise you do. I promise you spend it on something every month. I promise it's probably out to eat or Starbucks. That's always my favorite one to use, because I love Starbucks too, but I don't always get it anymore. So because I like my shakes. So that's what we do. And the next thing you want to do is you want to basically replace all of your limiting beliefs with something new. So if you're like, I can't lose the weight because my family's always been overweight and they say this is just how it's going to be. Well, that's dumb, number one, because it's you and you're not your family. But what I want you to do is I want you to write everything down. I do love this. Jess gave me this idea, and I've seen it a bunch of times, but never did it till I met her. Write everything down on a piece of paper. All the things that are negative, either whether it be about yourself or, your job or whatever. Yes, full moon ceremony is the best time to do it. But we'll talk about that later. We can post it in the page and write everything down that you think is bad. And then go outside or inside, whatever. I mean, I don't really like to do fire inside, but if that's your thing, go for it. Go outside, light it on fire, let it go. It is the most amazing thing. It sounds so dumb, but it's the most amazing thing, and the most, like, you feel like the biggest release, like almost a weight's lifted off your shoulders when you actually do that. I'm telling you, if you've never done it before, do it by yourself. I know everybody always wants to do it in a group, but do it by yourself and then just let it go. And it's just amazing. It's like the best thing in the world. And if you're scared to do that, that's the next little thing we're going to talk about, is that fear. Fear is an indicator that you're going in the right direction, which is like one of my favorite things that we talk about all the time. If you're scared to take the next step, or you're scared to do something, which we all are all the time, you're scared to go after school, or you're scared to do the new job, or you're scared to leave the job that you're at, or whatever you are, that means that you're doing the right thing. Like, if you're comfortable and you're not scared, then you're not doing the right thing. If you're scared just to take the next step and to do something awesome, but it makes you like super nervous and it gives you like almost a tummy ache because you're so like excited and anxious and crazy about it, then that's the right thing to do. Like, you're on the right track. I had to learn that. It's like amazing. Before I signed up with Jess, it was like, I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. And then I hit click and go, and here we are. Best thing ever, because I made amazing friends and I was so scared about nothing. So really, once I just did it, it was like, okay, now I'm not scared anymore, because I got out of my own way and got out of my comfort zone. So get out of your comfort zone. Go do something for you. And either way, basically, I love this, Jess. Either way, you're going to have the pain of staying or the pain of growing. But do you want to stay where you are and just be like, I talk about my work. I work as a server too. And I always hear people that are older than me that are still there, like, I hate this or that or yada, yada. I'm sure everybody hears that at their jobs. Do you want to continue to be there, or do you want to move towards steps of doing something for you, even if it's going to be a little bit hard for a little bit of time? I do. I don't want to stay comfortable all the time, and it may drive me crazy. And I have crazy weeks, like the same as Jess was talking about. I'm sure Deborah's had the same thing this week. It's like my anxiety is like everywhere the past couple days. But I would still rather be doing this and trying to help people and working another job and a mom and a wife than being where I was a year ago, 4 days a week, not really knowing what I want to do. And so I guess the best thing would be just get out of your own way. Tomorrow, everybody that's on this call, go write your limiting beliefs down, go set them on fire. Do it in the morning before you go to work, because I'm telling you, you'll have a better day. Download one of our Abraham Hicks that we listen to, play it in the car, and let us know how your day was, because I promise you, you will not have a bad day. You will have like an amazing day, and then just keep going from there. And that's it. I think I'm done ranting. I love
it. So awesome. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and hand it back to Alyssa for tip number 4 on how to live life by design, which is, what is it, Alyssa?
Find someone who has what you want.
So this is huge because everybody has somebody where they look at them and they're like, God, I wish I had their life. I know for me, especially after I met Jess, I was like, what the hell does this girl do all day? Like, what does she do? Because that's what I want to do. Like, so one of the biggest reasons that people don't succeed at what they want is because they aren't resourceful. I know for me, when somebody comes to me and says, hey, how are you doing what you're doing? That makes me feel good. That doesn't make me feel like, someone's trying to like steal something from me or like take the success that I had away or whatever the case is. That's like so flattering for somebody to ask. So do that. If you see somebody that has the things that you want, has the life that you want, has the job that you want, or whatever the case is, just ask them. The knowledge is there. They'll tell you. They'll answer whatever questions. Chances are they love talking about it because they put in a lot of time and effort and work into getting into that place. So they want to help you or talk about what they did and all of that and help you get to the same place. You can find anything online, you guys. Google is like an amazing thing. I Google everything. I don't know about you guys, but like the slightest little thing, I Google it because there's information out there. Social media is the same way. You can find a group for anything on Instagram, a hashtag for Instagram, but on Facebook, you can find different groups and all these people that have and want the same things that you have and want. So, find and talk to someone who resonates with you. Don't be afraid to reach out and ask them how they got what they have because they're going to want to talk to you about it. Jess, can you put it back to the other slide? And follow what they tell you, be coachable. So, that's going to be the biggest thing. So you can ask and you can get the information, but what you do with it is going to ultimately be, what gives you what you're looking for. So you can read a book on, how to cook, but when you're done with that book, are you going to know how to cook? No, you have to go and practice. You can read a book on how to, do martial arts. If you get in a fight, are you going to win? Probably not. If you don't practice it, it's not going to work. So, you have to be coachable. You have to keep going back to that person. You have to keep trying to push forward and learn and sharpen the skills that they're giving you. But you have to make it you. You can't be a carbon copy of the person that you're talking to or the person that's mentoring you because it's not authentic then. And that comes across with people. So especially the people that who you're trying to, if it's something like Beachbody, if you're, you think it's going to help them and you want them to sign up as a coach, or you think that it would really benefit them in some way, if you're talking to them in a way that somebody else would be talking to them and not like yourself, they're going to look at you like you're crazy. So you have to do you. You have to be as authentic as you can because that's ultimately what's going to draw the right people to you. You can't act like somebody else and get the people that you want. You have to act like yourself to get the people that you want or to attract the things that you want or the results that you want or the successes that you want because it's you. It's not I
don't know if Alyssa's just frozen on my screen. Is it frozen on everyone else's? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Alyssa, can you still hear us? Sounds like she's an alien. Okay, we're just going to keep on going. She's still talking. Okay. I'm just going to mute her out for the moment. Okay. It's not letting me mute her, guys. My apologies. I don't know what it's doing. Hang on one second. Mute everybody. Okay, I think it's good now. All right, I don't know what just happened. Where'd you go, Deborah? I just lost you. Oh, there you are. All right, I'm going to hand it over to Deborah now to talk about our 5th tip on how to live life by design. I apologize, guys. I think Alyssa must have had bad internet reception. But Deborah's going to talk to you guys about how to put together an action plan. All right, I just unmuted your girl.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so this is my favorite part because it's where all your dreaming and all the fun stuff comes into putting it and doing it every day. So what you want to do is you want to create an action plan by reverse engineering your goals. And what that is you take your end goals. So say you want to save $10,000 by the end of the year. You can't just get to the end of the year and say, hey, I hope I saved $10,000, because it's not going to happen. You're going to have to plan and prepare and make it happen. So you're going to have to say, okay, each month I need to save like $950 or whatever it comes out to be. And so you have that goal for that month. And then you need to take it, okay, so I get paid every week. So how much every week do I need to save? So then at the end of the year, you can reach that goal. So whatever your goal is, you have to break it down between your year goal, your long-term goal, then into monthly goals, and then weekly goals, and then into daily goals. And then once you have all those figured out, and so you start at the month or year, month, week, and you just write it all down, brainstorm ideas, come up with what you think will work and what you think will accomplish that goal, and just figure out what you're pretty sure 110% will make that goal happen. And then you go into action and you start doing it every day. So this is my favorite part, because I love creating lists and I love writing stuff down and checking stuff off. And so you get to make a ton of lists. So you make your year list, and then you make your monthly goals and you write that down on a list. And then you write down your weekly goals on a list. And then for your daily goals, lots of times those are the same things every day that you're going to do to accomplish these big goals. So for me, I get like a piece of paper and then one of those screen or sheet protectors, and I'll get a dry erase marker and I'll mark it off every day and then erase it, so that you know you're doing your daily goals and you're actually checking it off. You could also use something like Wunderlist on your phone to make sure you're doing your daily goals every day, and make sure you're doing your monthly goals. I'm pretty sure it will remind you in there. And so you just have to stick to it and do a ton of massive action and make sure it happens. And then one of the best things is to find a coach or a mentor, someone who has accomplished big things before and accomplished something like you, so that they know how to encourage you. They know how to say, okay, to reach this goal, you're going to need to do this, 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 and this. And so they have the experience, they have the good advice for you. And then when it gets uncomfortable and you're like, I don't want to do this anymore, this is kind of getting hard, they're going to be there to push you and say, no, you really need to do it. You made this goal and you made this commitment, and I'm not going to let you fail. And so they'll be there to make you do more than whatever you thought you could have done before. And then another thing that I love to do is set up accountability. And so you could do this with a friend or a family member, but for me personally, I really like to do it with someone that sees me every day. So like for lots of my goals, I make my husband, I'll say, hey, keep me accountable. So if he knows that I need to work out and I'm going to work out every day this month or whatever, and he comes home from work and it's like 11:30 and he'll be like, you work out? And then if I say no, he'll be like, well, what are you doing sitting down on the couch? And so that's someone that can every day make sure that I'm doing the right thing. Or say you want to lose weight and you struggle with ice cream, pick someone that's in your life every day. And when you're like, hey, let's go to Brahms, they can be like, hi, you had this goal to lose weight and everything. Why aren't you staying true to that goal? So you need to set up the accountability, and maybe it can be someone that messages you once a week and says, hey, are you still working towards those goals? Is this still something that is really huge to you and important? Because I don't think you're doing a right job at it, or you aren't working as hard. Or say you want to work out every day and you missed a day. You could have a friend that you set up and say, hey, just message me if I miss a workout, and just tell me, hey, you need to do this. You made a goal. I'm not going to let you fail. And so setting up that accountability combined with that coach and mentor is going to make sure you don't fail, because you're going to have other people supporting you and rooting you on, and being just those people that band together and support you and make sure that you can get those lists that you've made done and reach all your goals. So that's all I have on that.
Sorry for the awkward silence pause. I was like typing in the chat box to all you guys about Yams and Lewis Howes' program that I just bought. And so I just want to reiterate what Deborah just said about setting up accountability. The reason why I've been able to reach the levels of success that I have in such a short period of time is because I invested in myself. And this can apply to any area of your life. You don't have to be building a business. There's literally conferences and programs that you can buy to learn how to do anything. And every time I invest in myself by learning from somebody and having someone that holds me accountable to take me to the next level, I have no doubt that I would have not been able to do all of that by myself, because I would get in my own way and give up because of fear. So yeah, thank you, ladies. That was absolutely amazing. So I'm just going to go through our 5 tips on how to live life by design real quick, and then we'll open it up for questions. So number 1 is to get clear on what you want. I'll also have the recording out for all of you guys that want this. Number 2 is to make a vision board. Number 3 is fuck your limiting beliefs and fears. Number 4 is find someone who has what you want. And number 5 is to put together an action plan. I'm going to stop sharing so I can see all of your lovely faces. Does anyone have any questions or anything they want to share before we end this part of the webinar? Everyone good? Come on, guys. Don't be shy. We don't bite.
I'm going to call my cousin out, even though she's not going to talk. I know she won't. I can see you. She's super excited. She just started working out with me a couple months ago, and she's going to get The Secret tomorrow and watch it on Netflix. So thank you, ladies, for sharing that, because she's super excited about it.
Oh, that's awesome. The Secret is like how I first learned about the law of attraction, and it completely changed my life forever. I feel like there's 8 million things that I could sit on here and talk to you guys about. Like, I just want to tell you everything. But for the sake of time, I know it's late. It's only 3:43 p.m. here in Hawaii, but I know it's late for everybody else. So any other questions, guys? That movie is awesome. Yeah, The Secret is actually on Netflix if you guys have Netflix, or you can watch it on YouTube. All right. Well, I want to thank all of you for coming on tonight. We loved having you. If you want to stay on for the second half of the webinar so that you can learn more about our wellness tribe and what we do and how we help others live out their dreams and get healthy, and how we do this all together, building it together as a tribe, then you're more than welcome to stay on. If that doesn't resonate with you, no worries. We still love you, boo. And we're glad that we got to hang out with you the first half of this. So everyone that doesn't want to stay on for the new coaching webinar, or I can't even talk now. For anyone that doesn't want to stay on to hear about coaching and what we do, you can go ahead and get off, and we send you much love. But we're going to go ahead and keep on going. Alyssa, Amanda, Deborah, are you girls ready to keep going on? All right, so I'm going to share my screen again, and we're going to transition to talk about what is coaching. So as you guys heard us talking, you probably heard us talking a little bit about what we do as coaches, because it's such a big part of who we are. So I just want to introduce that to you guys, because a lot of people ask me all the time, Jess, how do you have so much freedom? Jess, how did you move to Hawaii? Jess, do you work? What do you do all the time? You're always at the beach. So I want to teach you guys how myself and all the other girls on our tribe are living out our dream lives, and how we're helping others do the same. So I'm going to hand it over to Amanda, and she's going to go over the agenda on what we're going to talk about tonight. And we'll go ahead and get started for this portion of the webinar.
All right. So what we're going to talk about is what coaching is and what it is not, because there's a lot of things people think it is, and a lot of people think that it is not. So we're going to make it 100% clear for you guys. Who all can be a coach, we'll go over that as well, because it's not a specific type of person. It's basically anybody that wants to be one, but we'll go into that. The different types of coaches and the time commitment, how much time it takes, since it will be a job. How you make money if you want to do that as well. You'll probably hear a little minion in the background. Sorry. The business structure, and is this a pyramid thingy? Because that's always a super question that we get. Do I have to be a salesperson? That'll be another big thing that we go over, because we get that question all the time. What if I don't have a large friends list or network? Not really necessarily, but we will go over that as well. You really only need a few good friends to really make this work for you, if that's what you choose to do. And what if you're not good at fitness, or if that's not your goal? We'll go over how you can make it work for you too, because we really like to help people just get more positive in their life as well. Not necessarily always the fitness part of it, but if we can make you more positive and happy as well and live the life of your dreams, then that's our ultimate goal.
Awesome. Thank you, girl. All right, guys. So I just want to tell you guys a little bit more about my story, who our tribe is, what we do, what our mission is. I know you've heard a little bit about it already, but I just wanted to go into a little bit more detail. So I'm Jess. I'm actually the founder of Tribe Fierce and Free. Our mission as a tribe is what we have is a community of amazing people from all walks of life. And we come together and we live happy, healthy, inspired lives. And our mission is to help others find freedom, to find their light, and to become the truest, most #badass badass version of themselves. And every time I say our mission statement, it always gives me the chills everywhere. So our team is a 5-star diamond elite team. I told you guys earlier how I was former corporate America worker. I told you guys a little bit about how I found this business. And I know nothing is by accident. It was all for a reason, but I wasn't out there looking for it. Like I told you guys earlier, I did the whole go to college thing. I was like on this promotion track. I got promoted like within a year and a half of working at my job. I was doing my master's degree. They paid for me to do my master's degree. Then they wanted me to be the dean of the whole college within the next couple of years. And I was like only like 24 or like 23. So I'm like, okay, but it never resonated with me. And I was passionate about health and fitness because after I graduated college in 2009, I lost 60 pounds and it changed my life. And I just wanted everyone else to feel this way. So the whole reason why I decided to become a coach with Beachbody was as a hobby. I didn't know you could earn money with it. I just wanted to help people. I was miserable in my job and I just wanted to feel good and help people. And when I started it, I said all of those things like, I'm not a salesperson. I'm probably never going to make money with this. But I went to my first conference and event and heard these people sharing their stories, and people were quitting their corporate jobs and like retiring their spouses and paying off debt and earning 6 and 7 figures. And I was like, whoa, what is this? So I finally like opened up to it a little bit more. And the amazing thing about this opportunity is that if you are a salesperson, well, it's not going to work for you because we're not salespeople. That's icky, that's salesy, that's gross. That's not our job. That's not what we're here to do. And because I have always had a passion for helping people, coupled with my natural passion for health and fitness, that is why I was able to succeed like I have in such a quick amount of time. Like I told you guys earlier, I grew my business to 6 figures in 2 years. I became debt-free. I moved to Hawaii. And like this business has changed my life. I never made it a goal to move to Hawaii when I started this. I never made it a goal to be debt-free, to earn 6 figures. Those are like the last things that I think about. Personal development, which is a big part of what we do in this business, and we're going to talk more about, has changed my life. Like I told you guys earlier, all this stuff that we taught you at the first half of the webinar about how to live your life by design, I learned all of this because of Beachbody and because of the personal development that we do. I would have never gotten introduced to this if it wasn't for this. It's helped me cure my anxiety. I'm a happier person. I have the best friends in the world. I now get to travel, and like I'm just happy and healthy and confident. And the thing is that we all have different stories, and everybody has a story to share. And that's what makes you unique. I talk to so many people that are like, oh, well, there's so many Beachbody coaches. How would I ever succeed at this? Well, guess what? Everyone has a different story, and people that are meant to work with you are not going to work with anybody else. And someone out there needs you and needs your specific story. And that's what makes people relate to us and connect with us. I have people that come to me all the time that could work with tons of other Beachbody coaches that they know, but they choose to work with me because of my story and because of what I share with them about my struggles overcoming eating disorders and all kinds of things that I've been through. So everyone has a story to share, and everyone needs to share their story because people need to hear your story because you are important and you are so awesome and so loved. So that's my story. I'm going to hand it over to Deborah, and she's going to share a little bit about her story. Deborah, you can unmute yourself, girlfriend.
Okay, so I'm Deborah West, and I am a stay-at-home mom and wife. Some things about me: I love family time. I love being outdoors. I love everything to do with living a healthy lifestyle and all aspects of it. My background was waitressing, being a swim teacher, data entry, that kind of thing. So none of that prepared me for this at all, but I love this so much more than all of those opportunities. So I've been a coach for 2 years. And I kind of did the business on and off for all those 2 years. And it wasn't until I got pregnant that I realized that I really wanted to make this work, and I had to make this work because I didn't want to be a mommy that had to send my kid to daycare, and I didn't want to leave him. And then, so when I was pregnant, I made that one of my goals to start working my business. And I was able to on and off, but I had preeclampsia. And so at the end, I had to be on bed rest. And before that, I was swelling up like a balloon and stuff. And so I didn't get to work it until after David was born. And so once he was born and everything, I got my butt into gear and started working this business. And I started with the workouts and everything and drinking my Shakeology every day. And I lost 40 pounds after having David with the 3-week yoga retreat and then with Insanity Max 30, which was crazy because I never would have pictured myself doing Insanity Max 30. But I was like, you know what? I got to do something crazy to lose this weight. And that worked, and it was amazing. So now, after working the business super consistently for I'd say less than 4 months, because David turned 5 months yesterday, and so I didn't really get to work out for 6 weeks like the doctor said, so it would be less than 4 months. I'm able to cover the cost of my Shakeology, plus be able to stay at home as a mom and take care of baby David, and I get to help, or at least last month, I got to help my husband pay off some of our debt, which felt amazing. So that is a little bit about me.
Thanks so much, girl. You have an awesome story, and I love it, and I just want to hug you. You're so adorable when you share it. All right, so we're going to hand it back over. Is Alyssa still on here? Where did she go? Alyssa, are you still there? Oh, there you are.
Yeah,
I know
I'm here.
you're just
Can
in
you
the
hear
chat
me?
box, but I didn't see it.
I'm here.
Yay.
Okay. So I am a massage therapist. I have been licensed for a little over a year. It was a year back in December. Actually December 31st. So I guess technically it was like January I got licensed. So in November, I opened up my own business as a massage therapist. I didn't start as a coach until the end of January. So I had actually already left my corporate job because I was done with that world. I was just kind of over the whole thing. So it was scary, but doing Beachbody was something that actually made life a whole lot easier. Because if you know anything about the massage industry or spa industry or any industry where it's service based, it's not always going to be as consistent as you'd like. So, you kind of have to figure out what to do in the meantime. And for me, that was Beachbody, because everybody, there's so many people that want, to get healthy and things like that. And that's never going to be a shortage. So I love the beach, and I made it a dream when I was in school to work and live on the beach at some point in my life. So that was actually on the vision board that I made during school. And I'm making that a reality in May. So I'm super, super excited about that. In my first month and a half as a coach, I started using Beachbody On Demand and my Shakeology, and I lost 20 pounds. So for me, that's huge because I've always had a really hard time losing weight. I have some like hormonal imbalances and things like that I fight. So it's always been an uphill battle for me. So I thought that was huge for me, especially in such a short amount of time. Like I said, I'm moving to Florida thanks to the freedom that I have. And I get to kind of pick where and when I want to work. So, being a Beachbody coach has been able to make that possible for me. If I worked, in an office somewhere like I did before, there would be a whole lot more that I would have to be worried about. I would, have to worry about finding a job when I get down there and, putting in my notice and when to put in my notice and all of that. So I'm really thankful that I don't have to worry about that anymore. And being a Beachbody coach, it doesn't just cover the cost of my Shakeology, but it also helps me pay the bills and run my life on my terms, which is really the best part of all of it. The money is great, but, being able to kind of make the decisions that I want to make when I want to make them is really, for me, the best part of it. Having that freedom is always something that I've wanted, and Beachbody made that possible. So I can't wait to see where it takes me and, what it can do for my future family, because as of right now I don't have one. But, I am looking forward to that. And I know that it's going to just take me into some really awesome places. So that is a little bit about me.
Awesome, girl. Your story is amazing too. I just love all of your stories. We're going to hand it over to Amanda next. Amanda, you can unmute yourself and share your story, girl.
All right. So I just thought about something that I did not put on here and I forgot, but I am a wife and a mommy. Obviously you see her in the picture. If you're on the team, she's like my whole world, and David, obviously my husband. Good name, Deborah. It's a good name. So I also am a server as well, just part-time. Last year when I started with Jess, I was working 4 days a week, sometimes 3 12-hour shifts a week. So like, it's kind of a crazy serving thing. We work like 12-hour shifts. It's like kind of insane. If you've been a server, you get it. But I just got to a point where I was like, I just don't want to do it anymore. I'm so tired. Like, I just don't want to. I'm a mom. I don't want to do this. Like, I'm too tired in the morning. I can't function. And I've always had a love for fitness. So before I met Jess, I had started kind of training people on the side sort of, and had posted some videos and stuff. I was like, this is what I'm doing. Let me help you out, blah, 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 blah. Like, let me help you. Now, prior to this, 2 years before, well, I guess 3 years before, actually, because Julia's 5 now, I had a Beachbody body coach reach out to me, who I'm still friends with. We just didn't mesh as well about the coaching opportunity. I didn't really take it on as well because we just didn't mesh as well as Jess and I did, which I'm very thankful for now. But I did T25 after I had my daughter and was getting ready for my wedding. And results were just unbelievable. And I worked out all the time, but I had nothing like that. And on top of the shakes. So I had done it before. Last year was when I really got into it and decided, you know what, we're going to try this. We're going to see what happens. And I've loved it. I'm working towards financial freedom just like everybody else because we want to move to Florida too. I do cover the cost of Shakeology, and I love the workouts, and I love being able to work from home because it is like my favorite thing in the world, or from anywhere. And to be able to not have to go to the gym because I don't like the gym. I like any workout classes. So I'll go to like a PiYo class or like a Zumba class, but I don't want to go to the gym. Like, I'm not interested in that anymore. I just don't want to. So this is also just something to throw in there. If you guys are like me, you can also get this and be certified to teach some of our stuff too. So that's also kind of a bonus with the coach opportunity. I know we don't talk about it that much, but it's something that I'm really super excited about as a coach. You get little discounts. And so I can also not only be a Beachbody coach and help people online, but you can also be a Beachbody coach and help people in real life. So for me, that's super important because I like to be able to talk to people in person too. So that is, just a little bit about me. I'm just in it to get people healthy and fit. So, and I love it.
Awesome. We love you and we love your story. Thanks so much, girl, for sharing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to hand it back over to Deborah, and she's going to share a little bit about who can be a coach with us. I'll go ahead and unmute you.
Okay, am I unmuted? Yes, thank you. Okay, so anyone with these qualities, honestly, at the end of the day, anyone can be a coach, but you will thrive a lot better if you have these qualities. So someone who wants to achieve their fitness goals. All of us, obviously, I hope, have fitness goals. If not, you can get some because we all have goals. We want to be healthier. We want to lose some weight. We may want to maintain or something like that. Whatever it is, we all would have fitness goals. Someone who wants to reach a financial goal. So maybe you want to have some more money to do vacations, or you want to have more money to pay off your debt, or maybe you want to I don't know. I've known people that can't leave their water on all the time because they can't pay the water bill. So they have to turn it off so they don't use it much. Maybe you want to just pay your bills. This would be a great way to do that. Someone who wants a tribe of friends with similar goals and visions. This is like 95% of the reason why I became a coach was because I wanted a family and I wanted friends. And I wanted people who weren't, just crazy and partying all the time, and wanted people that were actually going somewhere in life and that were positive and happy and amazing people. And so if you have any of those goals or all of those qualities, this would be perfect for you. Things you must have. You must have the desire to make a mark on this planet. You need to want to be an inspiration. You need to want to inspire people and to just make people want to reach their goals and make people dream again, because so many people don't dream. And so your job as a coach is to inspire people, to make people dream again, to make people want to be a better person, and to make them want to reach their goals. And so that's your job, is to help change others' lives and to help inspire them and encourage them to just do everything different and make an amazing world. And you also have to be coachable. This is what I was not at the beginning at all, but you have to be coachable. And so for the past couple of months, I've been coachable, and that has changed me a lot. You have to be willing to learn. When you come into this, you have to come into this and say, okay, I'm ready to learn, and I'm going to learn everything. I'm going to forget everything I used to know, and I'm going to start over and just learn. And once you do that, you're going to be golden, because you can start over and learn everything, and just, it's amazing what you can do when you just take away all the other stuff and you just learn. Things you must not have. You must not have a salesy mindset. I cannot tell you how many times I've lost friends because I was at the beginning, because I was like, I'm just going to be salesy. And that's not how you do it. We don't like selling to people just because no one likes that. And honestly, right now, that is legit. All that's on Facebook is salesy people. And everyone knows that you get added to like 5 different lip pages every day and all that kind of stuff. And we don't want to be those people. We want to be people that say, hey, I want to change your life and help you make it better, not just earn a commission or make money. And so there are 300,000, 350, somewhere between 300,000 and 400,000. I'm totally not sure what it is right now, coaches on Team Beachbody. But the good thing is, don't be intimidated by that number, because a ton of them are discount coaches. A ton of them just want a discount. And then a ton of them are not you. None of them are you. And you have people who, I guess you could say God or the universe has picked for you to change their life. And so that person is waiting. They're waiting for you. And so no matter how many coaches come into this, that person's going to be your customer, because they are made for you. So that's all that I have on that.
That last part gave me the chills. I completely agree. I love it. Thank you so much, Deborah. We're going to hand it back over to Alyssa, and Alyssa's going to talk about what coaching is.
Okay, so what coaching is so many different things, you guys. So this picture actually has, it's really good as far as like kind of giving you an idea. So as a coach, what we do is we inspire people. That's like the biggest thing. You know, especially on this team, we don't try to just sell somebody a product so that we can advance and rank. What we are so about on this team is actually helping people change their lives. So that's what we're here to do. We're here to motivate them. We're here to inspire them. We're here to give them, you know, the accountability that they need and the mentorship that they may need so that they can do the things that they want to do. You know, success looks like a lot of different things to a lot of different people. What success looks like to me isn't going to look the same as what it does to Jess or to Deb or to Amanda or to anybody. You know, so what we do as coaches is really just kind of help people figure out what that looks like for them and then help them reach those goals. So, you know, success for somebody could be losing 100 pounds. Maybe they don't want to do, you know, build a business and make a bunch of money. Maybe they just really want to, you know, maybe be a discount coach and lose the weight, you know, and that's okay. That's a huge goal. That's a huge thing to help them to do. You know, maybe their goal is to, you know, have financial freedom and have the time freedom. We're here to help them with that too, but we're also here to lead by example. So you'll hear us talking about, if you decide that you want to do this, vital behaviors. And those vital behaviors are doing the workouts, drinking the Shakeology, doing personal development. Those things, you know, are going to be what help us as people just grow in general, but would also help us to continue to coach our coaches and our team the best that we can. Because if we're not doing those things, you're not going to listen, because we're not practicing what we preach, right? So the hugest thing is just to lead by example, you know, and to be able to show people, you know, that it is possible. You can come from any kind of background, any walk of life. You can come from, you know, any kind of skill set and do this and do it successfully. You know, I think we have so many different people on our team that come from so many different backgrounds and have so many different kinds of stories. And all of us have some sort of success with it, you know, and again, it's based on what you want and what you really want to work towards, you know, and that can change. What you want and what you consider successful in the beginning might not be what it ends up being and what you consider successful in the end. It's okay for that to change. But our job as coaches is to make sure that you keep that in the forefront of your mind and keep working for it. You know, we'll talk about your why. Why do you want to do this? Why are you here? What is going to get you out of bed on the days that you just really don't want to get out of bed and do what you need to do? You know, and we're here to help keep that in the forefront of your mind, you know, so that we can kind of keep that vision clear for you, because that's the biggest part of it. You know, we want to help you to change your life. So, you know, if we can do that as coaches, then we've been successful in helping you to be successful. And that's the biggest thing.
I was awkward again because I was in the chat box. Thank you so much, Alyssa. We're going to hear from the beautiful Deborah again, and she's going to talk about how we have 3 different styles of coaching and what exactly that means. And we're going to go into each of those in detail. So if you just want to share with us what each of them are, Deborah, I'll unmute you. There, you're unmuted.
Okay. So 3 types of coaches. The first
I think it did the alien pause thing again. I don't know what happened. I'm going to mute her. Okay, so I'll just take this slide. So there's basically 3 different styles of coaching. Oh, hang on.
discount, or I guess you could call it ridiculously love Shakeology. So by doing this, you can save every other product 25% off, and that is really great. Also, you could do a hobby coach. You could be a hobby coach, which is you kind of want to build the business, but not a ton. And so maybe you want to cover your cost of Shakeology, or maybe you want to save a little bit for a vacation, or maybe, I don't know, maybe you have little bitty goals. You want to make like $200 a month. That would be a hobby coach. A business builder would be someone that's ready to take this to the top, quit their full-time job, replace that income, that kind of thing, to make it a huge business that actually supports their family. So that's a little bit about all 3 of those.
Awesome. Thank you so much, girl. So we're going to throw it back over to Amanda, and she's going to talk about the details of what being a discount coach or a preferred customer includes.
All right, so discount coach and preferred customers just basically means like a starting point. So you love the products and you love the programs. It's kind of what I talked about in the beginning, where when I was after Julia, then I was getting ready for the wedding, and I was like, man, I'm already using these. Like, I love them anyways, so might as well get them, for a little bit of a discount. So you'll get your monthly Shakeology for a discount when you sign up as a discount coach. And instead of it, is it $130 without the discount, Jess? I think, and then $99 with the discount. Yeah. So you get like basically $30 off. So, which is awesome. You also get to participate in the wellness communities and the monthly challenges that we have. Yes. One. Sorry. And you'll get to be in our monthly challenge groups. Plus you'll get whatever other Beachbody coaches you're in tune with on the tribe or whatever group you're in, you will be able to be involved in those as well. There is 0 selling, which, like we like to say, we don't sell anyways, but you're not trying to get anybody to hop on your team with you or tell them about it. You're just merely doing it for yourself. And basically when it comes down to it, it's $16 a month for savings and 25% off all the products or programs that you buy. So it's really, it's really awesome, because if you want to buy anything, or you want to get a new program, or you want to just do the shakes, you get 25% off of anything that you ever buy. So I loved that at first, because they just give you a discount just because you say you want to be a discount coach. You don't even have to sell anything. So it's like an amazing thing, like kind of silly not to sign up as a discount coach, because who doesn't want to save money every month on things that you drink every day? So it's a good way to go.
For sure. Thank you, love. All right.
You're
So I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about what being a hobby coach is. So this is how a lot of people get started. This is how I got started. When I started this, I had a corporate job. I worked 80 hours a week sometimes. It was always at least 40 to 50 hours. I was on call 24/7 because I was the director of residence life at a college. I was also doing my master's degree, and I was also volunteering at church. But I made the time to start doing this because, like I said earlier, I wasn't fulfilled at my job. And then once I found out that I could make this into a full-time gig, that's what I wanted to do. But I started out slowly. So a hobby coach may already have a full-time job. They love the products and programs. They love being in the community as a challenger. They love talking about the products and programs to people. They earn enough to cover the cost of their Shakeology every month. And of course, we all save 25% off on products and programs. So this is really how everybody gets started. A lot of people will just start as discount coaches and then decide later that they really want to do this. And, it's all about whatever feels best for you and whatever resonates with you and where you're at in your journey. We only want you to do what feels best for you. So I'm going to throw it back to Alyssa, and she's going to talk a little bit about being a business builder. And that's the 3rd style of coaching.
Okay, so as a business builder, you are all in as a coach. This is something that you're doing full time. Maybe you're a stay-at-home mom, so you have the time to do it, or maybe you only work part-time, or you're like me and you have a small business already and can kind of figure out how to work it in every day. You run wellness community or monthly challenges, so you're always inviting people to come and check out, the challenge groups that you have, which may be just for clean eating, which may be, a certain workout program, or, just a 30-day fitness program or 2-week program or whatever the case is. They're not always paid groups. Sometimes they're free. Sometimes you just do them because you want to get people, interested and, excited about fitness and excited about, starting to live a healthier lifestyle and getting, the wellness part of it in there. We do that as a team all the time. Every month there's a different theme. So we always, kind of change it up. The first week's free, and then anybody that wants to stay after that, and gets the programs or signs up as a challenger or a coach, can stay in, and we kind of work more with them and help them get started on the right foot. There's a lot of different ways to do that. A business builder is growing a team. So what their focus is to help other people start living the life that they want and changing their life and starting to realize the goals and the dreams that they have. So, you're looking to get people on board, and, you're talking to people, you're inviting people to join in on this opportunity and to hear more about this opportunity and things like that. You're always learning and growing and teaching other people and, coaches and challengers to do the same things that you are, because not everything that we do is health and fitness related. A lot of it is personal development. We read books, we grow as people, as well as getting as healthy and being, in this lifestyle of wellness as we can. So you're helping other people to do that too. And you're earning an income. So, a hobby coach can do this too, but it's going to be based on commission. Once you decide that you're going to build a business and you help so many people get started, you start to earn a residual income. Jess talked about that a little bit earlier. So that's money that you make in your sleep, whether you're working or not. So, as you continue to grow your team and help as many people as you can, then you really start to make, a bigger residual income. So, and eventually it goes from when you first start out as a coach to 90% of your income being from commissions, because we do make 25% commission as coaches. It goes from making the commission only to making a commission as well as residual. So it might go from 90% being commission based to 90% being residual eventually, so it's one of those things where, like, the more that you work it and the more that, you practice and continue to learn as much as you can, you'll start to see that paycheck every week grow and grow and grow. So, that's when you're all in as a coach. That's when you're doing it as much as you can and doing as much as you can for other people.
Perfect. Thanks. Beautiful. We're going to throw it back to Deborah, and she's going to talk a little bit about if you feel like you fall in between those different 3 styles that we talked about and what the time commitment is. So I'll go ahead and unmute you, Bill.
Okay, so this is if you fall in between or something like that. And lots of times, I swear I've been a little bit of all of those throughout the 2 years I've been a coach. I think sometimes at different points in your life, you will jump and you will change between them. And so basically you have to look at what do you want in this business? What kind of success do you want to achieve? What do you want? What do you want from it? And I think it can change at different points of your life and stuff like that. So it totally depends on you, and you get to be your own boss. So maybe you don't want to be a hobby coach and you don't want to be a business builder, but you want to be something in between. You want to build a little side gig or something like that. So you have to figure out how fast you want the success, and then figure out what you want to do with that. And so success means something different for everyone. It could be, your success could be, I just want to cover my Shakeology cost, or it could be, I really want to save up, $2,000 to go on a vacation this summer, whatever it is. That can be your goal, and you can make it your goal with this, because whatever you want, you can make this do that for you. So you have to think about also how much time you're willing to put towards this. Maybe one day you want to work up to be a business builder, but right now you can only do a little bit of time. So you're going to start as a hobby coach, but you hope to one day make enough to where you can cut back like overtime that you're working or something like that, to where you can become a business builder, and so on. So You also have to think about what is going to make this worth it to you. And so what income do you need for it to make it worth it to you? Or do you just need the tribe there to support you? Will that be worth it for you? You got to think about all those questions and figure out what you need and what kind of time commitment you want to put into it. Because for all of us, we all work different hours depending on what our goals are. And so that's something that comes along with it. But no matter which level you are and which type of coach you want, something that we suggest we all do, except for a discount coach because they aren't working the business, is the art of a power hour. And that's to take 1 hour from your day, not always on the weekends, but for sure weekdays, to where you just work your business for that hour and you just focus and you're laser focused and you do it. And so we have roadmaps and to-do lists for that and everything. And just working that power hour will help you reach whatever goals you have. And so for some of those goals, you might have to work longer. For some, you might not. But that is one of the huge things that we all do to reach our goals. So that's all that.
Thank you, girl. And yeah, the beautiful thing about the power hour that Deborah's talking about is like when I started this and I had like no time, like some days I was at work for 12 hours or longer, or I like had a huge essay to turn in for my master's degree. Some days I had to fit it in 15-minute increments throughout the day. Some days when I decided that I did want to quit my job, I decided to wake up 4 hours before I had to go to work every day so that I could have time to get this in, get my workout in, take a shower, eat breakfast. But it was worth it to me. It was worth it to make the short-term sacrifice so that I could have a long-term gain. I literally retired, I like to call it, at 25 years old. And I never have to go back to work again, all because of just putting in a few hours a week back when I had my corporate job, and it all built up over time. So raise your hand if that would be worth it to you. If you knew that you could be debt-free, have a 6-figure income, whatever that is, would that be worth it to you to make the sacrifice? For sure. So yeah, what this opportunity is not. This is not just an opportunity for only trainers, trainers and health and nutrition experts. You guys, I like literally still don't know stuff about nutrition. I still don't know stuff about workouts. The beautiful thing is that we have some personal trainers on our team like Amanda, but Beachbody gives you the program, the meal plan to follow. They break it down to you and show you how to eat a proper balanced diet so that you get in enough nutrition. They give it all to us. We don't have to be experts. All we have to do is be people's friends and want to help them. It's also not a get-rich-quick pyramid thingy. You guys, I just got back from this conference on network marketing, and so many people, including myself before I started this, had these preconceived notions about network marketing. And raise your hand if you've ever felt that way. I thought it was like this pyramid thing. I thought you had to be an icky salesperson, but actually pyramid schemes are illegal. Pyramid schemes are when you sign someone up and there's no product or anything associated with this. And what Beachbody and our CEO, Carl Deichler, actually calls it is we're an MLH, which is a multi-level helping system. We offer support to people, we offer solutions, and we offer them tools to achieve their results. Literally, this business is more like a railroad track. It's not a pyramid because you can sign up after me and you can make more money than me. It doesn't matter. We earn a percentage of what we earn. We're going to talk a little bit more into detail about this when we go over how we earn an income. But a percentage of what we earn is based off of what the whole entire team is doing. So we're helping each other to help more people. So that's our focus, is helping people. And the thing about network marketing and MLMs that so many people have this thought in their head that it's terrible is because there are so many icky salespeople out there. But guess what? It's not just in this industry. It's at car dealerships. It's at, I don't know, where else do they sell stuff? I don't know. You guys get the point. Anybody can be icky in their career. Doctors can be icky. I had a gynecologist I went to that tried to convince me to get back on birth control. And I said, no, I'm not putting that shit back in my body. He was icky. So any field that you are in or that people are in can be icky. It's all about why you're doing this and what your mission is. And we, like we've shared with you guys, our mission is always focused on helping people. It's not about us. It's not about what we want. It's not about signing people up to make money off of them. It's about really figuring out what people's goals are, helping them get what they want. And when you do that, I think this is a quote by Les Brown, when you help enough people get what they want, you're going to have everything that you want in return. So that's what our focus always is on helping people. And even if you're at the start of your health and fitness journey, that doesn't mean that you can't do this. You actually have an advantage, because I lost 60 pounds before I started Beachbody. So I have had transformations from our programs, and I am in the best shape of my life right now compared to when I lost the 60 pounds originally, because I was skinny fat. But the thing is if you have a huge transformation from Beachbody, or even a small one, even if you lose 10 pounds, or like, for me, it helped me overcome eating disorders, and I'm finally not skinny fat. I was starving myself to make myself stay a certain weight, which is terrible. So whatever your story is, no matter where you're at in the journey, it's actually good, because people are going to connect with that and relate to that. I think I probably jumped ahead a little bit by sharing that. But I'm going to throw it back over to Alyssa, and she's going to talk a little bit more about how the structure of our business works. Do you want me to unmute?
Okay, no, I got it. It's just my finger on the screen didn't really work. So how our business works. So in your traditional structure, whether it's corporate or anything like that, you have one CEO. You have the top of the pyramid who makes the most money, and who is going to kind of delegate to everybody what they need to be doing. For lack of a better term, shit rolls downhill. So, you have your CEO, then your managers, your supervisors, your employees. And it's hard to move up that ladder, right? Everybody has struggled with that. If you've ever had a regular job or anything like that, you've tried to move up, or you've maybe thought about moving up, and they make it, next to impossible. If there's not a position open, then, oh, well, so sorry. But with Beachbody, everybody is their own CEO. So I, as a coach right now, I have 3 coaches working with me. If I stop where I'm at right now, I'm never going to make any more money. But those coaches that I have can make more money than I am. So just because they signed up with me, and I hate to say like under me, but they signed up with me and technically under me, I guess, they can still make more money than I am. So it all comes down to, in my organization. Thank you, Jess. That's a much better way of putting it. But yeah, so I mean, just because I sign somebody up doesn't mean that I'm always going to be making more money than they are. I can sign somebody up who goes on to make 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 figures, and I can stay a hobby coach and just be making enough to cover my Shakeology. So it really just depends on how much effort you're putting in, how much time you're putting in. Are you going through and actually doing the vitals, or are you just saying you're doing the vitals, that kind of thing. And it's going to come down to skill. Beachbody doesn't necessarily guarantee how much money you're going to bring home. That's all going to be based on the time and the effort that you put in. So, again, just because I'm signing somebody up and starting them off as a coach and teaching them everything that I know doesn't mean that I'm always going to make more money than they are. So it really comes down to what you want out of this and what you're willing to work for. It's so much different than any other structure that's out there. So keep that in mind, because I think it's a huge thing, because you're your own boss. You're always going to be your own boss, and you don't have to worry about somebody else, making more money and making money off of you, which I think is the best part.
For sure. I totally agree. And actually, it made me think of something I wanted to say and forgot. At the conference that I went to, they were saying how, like, literally no, network marketing isn't for everybody, and it's not perfect, but it is the best option out there, because where else can you go that, like, when you go to a normal job, you're trading time for money. With this, you're literally putting in an hour a day or whatever it is that you want to put in, and you're building residual income. Like, that's going to keep building and keep building and keep building and keep building and keep building. So honestly, it doesn't make any fucking sense to not do this. Did you want to say something, Alyssa?
No, I just totally agree with that. You're not, it's like you can make the same amount of money with a regular job and put in more time. And with this, it's kind of the opposite almost eventually, where you maybe are putting in the beginning, if you're really trying to start off like huge and go, start off with a bang, you're putting in maybe 3 or 4 hours a day, and then you can back it down but you really can do this in an hour a day, guys. Like, you don't need a ton of time. Like Jess was saying earlier, you can split it up into 15-minute increments and you can get everything done. You just have to be laser. I think that was Deb that was saying that earlier. Sorry. But you just have to be laser focused, and you can get it in whatever amount of time that you have. So, just keep that in mind, because, especially like when you're moving up in a corporation, you become salaried. So then when you're not at work, you're technically still working if somebody needs something. So you're not getting paid by the hour anymore. You're making the same amount of money and probably doubling your hours. So this really is like the best thing out there. I have to agree with that.
Yes, for sure. And that made me think of something else. With this business, you control your own income. There's not a cap on your income. You can give yourself a raise whenever the fuck you want to, like in a very short period of time. I have quadrupled my income with this business before in just a few months. Like, okay, seriously, that's amazing. Like, you can't do that at a normal job. So I'm going to throw it back, to Amanda, and we're going to talk a little bit about how did this whole coaching thing start.
Sorry, my mute button's not working. So basically, this started from what we're doing now, which is like forums, chat groups, and YouTube. So, and then down the line came Facebook and all these other crazy things that we use in Instagram. So now we have it all kind of put together again. But Beachbody found that people were plugged into these things, and that actually having them in like groups, basically, I think is the easiest way to say it, was working best for them. Sort of like when people go to group fitness classes, it works better for them because they're in like a really awesome community of people that are doing the same thing and on the same journey as them. So that's kind of the easiest way for me to describe it. I don't know if you can describe it a little bit better, Jess, but yeah, the accountability, there you go, is the best thing for it, because you have this group of people that are like expecting you to be there too. And, you know, you don't want to let them down, basically. So you have to be there. And, so you go. And so they found out that that's what worked best for people. And then trust was the next big one too. We know, they know that we can trust the programs. We know that we can trust the programs. We all use the programs. This is what I work out with daily. This is what everybody works out with daily. They're backed by people that are trainers, for lack of a better term. They've gone to school for this. They know what they're doing. There's meal plans. And then you have all these people that do this that you can go in our forums or you can ask us, and you can see their before and afters. You can see it's not like we're trying to sell you something. We're just saying, hey, if you do this, you'll be better. You'll be healthier. People are getting off of medicines, you know, daily. My cousin has gotten off of a couple things. She's learning to do less medicine and more, you know, therapy type stuff. And maybe I'll go get a massage instead of taking a pain pill. And it's only taken a couple months for her. And this is just, she's not even in it yet. And this is just her following along with me, where, you know, this is what Beachbody did at the beginning. They found out that, well, if they have the accountability, they have these people that are around, like they'll follow along. So, and they found out that it worked. It is also backed by scientists that have done extensive research on this and has found out that
How long will it take?
a few more minutes, that have found out that this really, really does work. So there's nothing that you need to be crazy or scared about. You can look all of this stuff up online. If you're nervous about something and you don't trust us for whatever reason, that's fine. I did the same thing. Trust me. But yeah, I mean, it's just all about accountability and being there. And they found out that this works best. So that's what Beachbody is in a nutshell, just a big accountability group.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, girl.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to throw it back over to Alyssa. I feel like we're like playing Duck, Duck, Goose or something.
A little bit.
Yeah, go ahead, girl.
That's okay. So how this business stuff works. So to start up, you're making an investment in yourself. So what that means is you're buying a challenge pack. So we are proof that the products work. So that's our main job, really, is to use the products, to drink the Shakeology, and to show people like, hey, I'm a normal person. I'm not in the gym 6 hours a day. I do 30-minute workouts at home. I drink Shakeology and I eat a little bit better. And I've lost the weight. I'm healthier than I've ever been. I have, you know, all of this freedom. I have all of this time. I have all of this, whatever it is that you're getting out of it. You know, Beachbody is a household name. You've seen the infomercials. I can almost guarantee it. You've seen commercials. You've seen things on Facebook. You've seen things on Instagram. You've seen Chalene Johnson doing, you know, all kinds of different crazy things, or you've heard of P90X or whatever the case is. You've heard of Beachbody, whether you realize it or not. They've been around for a long time, guys. Like looking back, I have Beachbody on demand. So literally I have every single program that has ever been made by Beachbody. And looking back at some of them, like you can tell that they were in like in the 90s. Like Slim and Six, I think, is one of the first programs or something like that. Like they've been around for a while. So it's an established name. You're not, with a startup company who, is trying to make it out there and get their name out there. Their name is already out there. So there's already a ton of proof right there from people who have been using it for however many years it's been out. You get to create your own brand. So you get to make your own guidelines. So, you're not trying to sell Beachbody. You are being yourself. You're being your own brand. You are, kind of selling yourself, for lack of a better way to put it, just by doing what you would normally be doing anyway on a daily basis. I have Shakeology for breakfast. I would be eating breakfast anyway. I just don't always do it as consistently as I should. But the Shakeology I like. It's delicious. So I drink it every day. So you're doing what you're doing on a regular basis anyway. And you're creating some success by doing these things. So, there are tons of people on the team that have just literally duplicated the process with their coaches. So they signed up as a coach, they became an Emerald coach, they helped other people sign up, and now they're taking those coaches that they helped get started and they're doing the same thing. So you end up snowballing it. So then they go out and they help the coaches that they've signed up become coaches and become Emerald coaches or whatever, and kind of advance and help other people. And then you're one person, you helped two people, those two people say help two people, those two people help two people. It just snowballs like crazy. And that's how you create the success that you want. That's how you help as many people as you possibly can. And it just, it flames, it like just fireballs out of there, because you're helping as many people as you can, but those people that you're helping are also helping a whole bunch of people. So, that's the basics. Like, that's really how easy this is. There's nothing more to it. You're doing it. You're just doing what you would normally do anyway and helping other people do the same thing.
For sure. I love it. And it's seriously just the same. I just had this in the chat box. It's the same as sharing a restaurant that you went to that you loved, sharing a movie that you saw. Raise your hand if you do that. We all do that. We all are selling something. I was reading in this book the other day that like moms have to sell their kids on ideas every single day. So it really has nothing to do with selling. It's really all about sharing. So I'm going to talk a little bit more in details about how we earn income, and then we're going to wrap it up here in a few minutes. So our income in this business is a direct reflection of the number of people that we're helping reach their goals. It's never about being pushy. It's always about finding out what people's goals are, like we've been talking about, and recommending products based on what their needs are. Our business is focused on building relationships. Our CEO of our company, Carl Deichler, tells us that he doesn't want us to be pushy or be salesy. He wants us to be a relationship-focused business. And we have so much value to offer to people. We have free trials for Beachbody On Demand where people can try out all of our programs for free for 30 days. And we explain to you details on how to talk to people about this stuff, how to figure out what people's goals are, how to talk to them in a way where you're just being their friend. It's not being icky. It's not being salesy. We teach you exactly step-by-step how to do all of that, because that's really important to us. We don't want to be icky and we don't want to be salesy. So like I mentioned earlier, a big part of this, we basically earn two ways. One is based on the number of people that we're signing up, that we're helping. And the second one is based on the percentage of what the team is doing. So like I said earlier, it's like a railroad tracks. We're earning a percentage as we all work together to help more people. And like Alyssa was saying, we're training and mentoring our coaches to duplicate what we've done, because the trend of obesity, there's 70% of the population right now is obese. And that's part of our mission with Beachbody, is to end that. And we can't do that with one person. That's why we're doing this as a whole tribe together. And we do have a program called Success Club, which actually guarantees that you will have an income every month and that your income will grow over time. We can say that with absolute certainty. And all you have to do is help 3 new people a month. And that may sound intimidating, but it's really, really easy. And we teach you step by step how to do that in the training, and how we have all done the same thing. So I'm going to throw this over to Amanda, and we can talk a little bit more about the details of it. You don't have to go into depth, Amanda. You can just kind of like skim over the details.
As far as like the income part goes?
Yeah, just what's on the screen.
Ooh, okay. So basically you earn 25% of anything that is ordered on your link. So you always send people there. So it's not necessarily signing up people, challenge packs and all of that fun stuff. Also Beachbody On Demand, we earn 25% off of that as well. If they get it for the yearly pass, Shakeology, all that fun stuff, you earn that as commission. You also get 50% of any club subscription that anybody gets underneath you when they sign up as a discount coach and regular coach, correct? Am I saying that right? Okay. Also bonuses, which is super cool. Everybody loves a bonus. You'll also get Team Cycle bonuses when you hit Success Club, qualified emeralds, and anybody above will earn $14 to $18 for approximately every $300 worth of product purchase, like weekly. So basically you just get a little bonus check every week. And that doesn't sound like a lot, but 14 to 18 bucks a week. So you get 15 bucks every week, 4 weeks in a month. That pays for gas, could pay for your cell phone bill. I don't know how big your cell phone bill is, but it can pay for all kinds of things like that. So it adds up like crazy amounts. Like you can just put that in savings. Say you want to go on a vacation this month and you're just going to take that money and put it over here. So you earned 18 bucks a week every week for 6 months. You put it in a vacation fund, boom, done. If that's what you want to do. Quarterly bonuses are the next big thing for rank advancements. Qualified 2-star diamonds and above receive quarterly bonuses out of a big pool of people. It does change, correct, Jess, when you get to that part, but they'll send you emails and all that. Jess and higher up people can explain that a little bit better than I can, but you can get quarterly bonuses when you build your business. Also, you can earn Success Club prizes and trips. Beachbody families, they feel like super into your family, super into you. They want everybody to be a part of this huge thing that we call Beachbody. So we're like a big, huge family. Even though we don't know each other, we try to get everybody together. Yes, Nicole, we're trying to do a big thing in Hawaii with our team this year. So everybody that hits it gets diamond, gets to go to Hawaii this year. So that's what we're working towards. We just kind of want to keep it together as a family and know that you're not doing this by yourself.
Amen to
It's
that.
all of us together. Yeah.
And all of this, you guys, we talk more about this in the training once you get started. So it might sound like we're talking like some foreign language to you right now, but don't worry. So I just want to share with you guys a little bit about my income progression. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger just for the moment. And this is actually my progression from a couple years ago. Well, a year and a half ago. So this literally shows you the compound effects and what can happen in such a short period of time. So in July of 2014, I was making about $4,000 a month with Beachbody, a little under. Less than a year later, how many months is that? July to March. Someone that's good at math, tell me. Like 9 months or something like that. Less than a year later, my income grew to $10,231 a month. So it literally basically quadrupled. And then just a couple of months later, in July of 2015, I really need to do an updated one. It grew to $16,793 a month. So in 1 year time, my income grew from $3,900 a month to almost $17,000 a month. This is 1 month. And 98% of this is residual income based on the Team Cycle bonus from what the whole team is doing. So who wants results like that? I want to do that again because that was pretty badass. So like I shared with you guys earlier, I never believed in myself, but once I saw other people doing this too, I realized that I could do it. And I had goals that didn't seem realistic before, like buying a house in Hawaii or moving my parents here, but I'm buying a house in Hawaii this year. And the beautiful thing is that it continually grows like we were talking about. And you can work like we were talking about earlier and guarantee that you can give yourself a raise. And the thing is that people are conformed to acting a certain way over time and going into a job and someone else dictating how much they get paid and when they work. But we decide how hard we want to work and what we want our income to be. And you can give yourself raises and promote yourself whenever you want to. There's no guarantee on how quickly you can do this, but there is so much proof out there. And what I always tell people is that if you help at least 5 new people a month get started for 2 years consistently, 2 to 2.5 years consistently, you should either be at or close to a 6-figure income. But we've seen people do it in a year. So it really just depends on you and your goals. So I'm going to throw it back over to Deborah, and she's going to talk a little bit about the training that our team provides to teach you guys how to build your business, just like we all have been able to build our businesses to success. There you go.
Okay, perfect. We are part of an elite team. It's one of the things that we come from. And so I'm pretty sure we have, I think, 4 elite people in our team right now. I'm not sure. But there's a bunch of them. And our goal is to make more this year, and that could be you. We're part of a 100 team in Beachbody. But our training, this is so my favorite part, because with so many other network marketing things, they just kind of throw you in and you just have to start swimming, and good luck. I hope you learn quickly, but we continue to train you throughout everything. So we have monthly trainings and all that good stuff, and we give you all the tools and files, and we have a good training for once you start as a coach that tells you everything you need to know for being a coach and how to be successful at that and how to do an amazing job. And then on top of that, your coach, whoever signed you up, will be your mentor. And so they're going to take your hand and walk you step by step through this and coach you and teach you and train you everything you need to know at this to be successful. And if they don't know it, they will get the answers for you, and they'll mentor you in this through every step of it. We also do, there's 2 types of calls. So we do a weekly call, kind of like this, just to teach us new things. And so someone in the team will talk and teach, or sometimes we'll have someone from corporate or someone from another team will come on here and talk, and we'll just learn and grow and just become better at our job. There's also something called a national wake-up call, which Beachbody Corporate does. And so you get to hear from tons of different coaches over the network, the top coaches, and that kind of thing. So you can get tons of different perspectives and learn that way. We also have live events and trips. So let me go through this from the little ones to the big ones. Little ones is every quarter we have a thing called Super Saturday. And what that is it's just something that's local to your town. And so wherever you live, you'll have a city that's close to you that has a town that does that in, like mine. Mine this time is in Dallas, and we're going to have a super trainer come there that we can work out with. And so that will be super fun to work out with him. And then we'll have a social media expert that talks to us. Then you have Summit every year, which this year it's in New Orleans. And so you can go to that and learn all that fun stuff. Or let's see, what else? Summit. And then there's the Success Club trip, which is usually a cruise. I think sometimes they do. It's always the beach. But I think sometimes it's a resort. And then the other ones you can do, oh yeah, from like, we have competitions and stuff, and you can earn a free trip to corporate and go hang out with them and work out with a super trainer. So there's all little different trip opportunities that you can go on and have a ton of fun with.
Awesome, girl. Thank you so much for sharing. So I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit more about the details on how to get started and how to sign up. So this is kind of just an example of what it looks like to be a discount coach or just to be a regular coach. So like Amanda talked about earlier, you are saving about $16 a month just to be a discount coach on your Shakeology. And if you never even have a sale or whatever you want to call it, you will still save $99 over 6 months as a coach. So each month we do have what we call a business service fee, which is only $15 a month. And that covers the cost of our websites, customer service, and shipping and handling because they do all that for us. We also have our Shakeology each month. It is on Home Direct because it just saves you $14 on shipping, and we can easily help you cover the cost of that. And then the last thing is we have our quarterly club membership. They actually changed that now, though, where you can have annual all access to Beachbody On Demand, and it's only $99 for the whole year, and it gives you $6,000 worth of products and programs to use. And when you are qualified for the Beachbody Lead program, your first 30 days is free. So this is just a little bit about how the cost breaks down. And if you guys really think about it, you know, this is so inexpensive compared to anything else out there that you can get. In fact, they taught us at a workshop one time with Shakeology, you would literally have to spend $30 for one serving to get all the nutrients that are in one serving of Shakeology, which is only $3 a day at our cost. And everybody has $3 a day that they can spend. People, it's just about priorities. What are you spending that money on? Are you getting Starbucks every day that's like $6 for a latte that has no nutritional benefits? Everybody has that. You just have to get over your excuses, and it helps you save money. Like, who doesn't want to save money? So I'm going to throw it back over to Amanda, and she's going to talk to us real quick about the absolute best way to start for.
Okay, we'll go quickly because I know people are getting tired. So Challenge Pack is always the best way to start, or Beachbody On Demand, the $200 one with your Shakeology for the first 30 days and all of your little serving containers and challenge packs. That's also kind of added to this. It's a really good way to start. It's vital to your success because then you're set up for success because you have everything that you want to have. It's anywhere from $140 to $305 to get started, but most are around the $140 range, and you get the workouts plus a coach plus your challenge group plus your Shakeology. So it's amazing. Our cost when you start is, our goal is to help you cover the cost of Shakeology within the first 30 days. You can always do it sooner. We've all done it sooner. Every single one of us that are on this call have done it sooner. So you're basically almost getting your workout for free, plus you're saving money on groceries because you get your shakes every day. So it's $3 a day for one of your meals, which is amazing. You also get 25% off of everything, and you get free shipping. And it also waives your $40 coach sign-up fee. So there's no reason not to do it. It's like the best way to be. So you're basically saving anywhere from $50 to $100, which that's a chunk of money to most of us. $50 to $100 is, one bill or two bills a month. You save it automatically, so you don't have to worry about that. Basically what is you get your 30-day supply of Shakeology, your first fitness program of choice. Say you want to do PiYo, which is one of all of our favorites on the tribe. You get all the PiYo DVDs and workouts. It's not just one workout. It is, I think, 12 in that one. Plus you get a bonus one. Plus you get meal plans. Plus you get 30 days of Shakeology and a coach and in a challenge group. So you get all these amazing things, plus a group of people that are helping you and on the same journey as you. You get a variety of programs based on your goals, needs, and budgets. Every program does have a modifier. I've got that question a lot lately. I feel like I need to tell people that. Whether you have knee problems, you're older, you're younger, you're whatever, you're having a bad day, good day, you're flexible, you're not flexible. Literally every program, whether it's the hardest program ever, like P90X, which is super crazy hard, or T25, which is another hard one, there's always a modifier in there for you. I love that because some days I don't feel like going all out either. There is a modifier. So it is for everyone, every age, every range. And the products are super well known, which we've talked about. Everybody knows what Beachbody is. If they don't know what Beachbody is and you immediately say P90X, everybody knows what that is. So there's not a problem with that either. So that kind of sums all of that lovely stuff up.
Perfect. Thank you, love.
You're welcome.
We're almost done, guys. I just want to share that. This talk took a little bit longer than we expected, but I wanted to make sure that we didn't leave anything out for you guys. I just want to say real quick before I give it over to Deborah, is the reason why we recommend for you guys to start this way is not because we want you to spend money, but because we want to help you save money, and we want to help you get started on the best foot. If you don't buy a challenge pack to get started and you want to do this as a business, you're setting yourself up for failure. Because one of the biggest things, like we all talked about, is you have to be proof the products work in order to make this successful for you, in order for you to help other people. You've got to be using the products unless you want to be a hypocrite and, talk to people about something you're not even using yourself, which in my opinion is not cool and something I would never do, and it's setting yourself up for failure. So we recommend this because we know without a doubt that if you do this and you remain coachable and you apply what we teach you in the training, you will be successful. So Deborah's just going to talk to you guys real quick about the flavors of Shakeology. And then I think I'm actually just going to skip the rest of these slides and take it to the last one just for the sake of time. So I'll unmute you real quick, Deborah, and she's going to talk about Shakeology and some of our workout programs that we have.
Okay. Yes, I'm unmuted. Okay, so Shakeology, it comes in a ton of different flavors, and they are releasing more this year. So I have no idea what those are going to be, but I'm excited to learn. You have, okay, so the way I group them for my customers is you have chocolate, vanilla, and cafe latte. Those would be kind of your shake flavors. So if you like a frosty or an ice cream, those would be the ones you want. If you want to make more of a fruity, and chocolate vegan, sorry, stick that one in there too. Then if you want to make a smoothie, or if you want something that's more fruity, then you go with strawberry, greenberry, or tropical strawberry, because those are the fruit ones, and you can mix a ton of different fruits in. You can make a smoothie, you can make a smoothie bowl, but excuse you. But you could also, with the chocolate, vanilla, and cafe latte, those are good as just like shakes and stuff like that. And then you can also make like protein balls and stuff out of those. So those are the different flavors. Did you want me to go in to the benefits of it, or just flavors?
Yeah, well, if you just want to do that real quick, I'll click it back over here. Just like a 6-minute.
So benefits, it is good for your digestive. It has pre and probiotics, which are huge for me because I have IBS, and those help with your stomach. So it helps regulate your bowel movements and all that good stuff. It also has like herbs and stuff that helps your body handle stress, like toxins and stuff like that. And then it also gives you all the vitamins recommended for a normal human's daily amount. Let's see, there's a couple other things that I don't remember, but basically it boosts your energy, it makes you feel amazing, and it helps your stomach and gut health, and helps you handle the stresses of everyday life.
Beautiful.
Okay, and then programs. Okay, so we have tons of programs. And so I could totally list them all, but there's way too many because there's a ton. But there's ones that are different for you. Some of them are an hour and a half a day workout. So if you have a ton of time, you could do something like that. Some are 30 minutes. There's one that's 10-minute trainer for a short amount of time. And then you have, if you don't like committing to something very long, we have programs that are 21 days or 30 days or 60 days or 90 days. So whatever is something that you're good at and what you feel you can achieve, there's a program for that. If you just like yoga, there's programs for that. If you like cardio and high intense, there's stuff for that. If you just like dancing and having fun, there's a program for that. If you like weightlifting, there's a program for that. So we have it all. I mean, 21 Day Fix, Insanity Max, PiYo, Country, Heat to Dance one. We have it all, and there's something for everyone. And even if you think like I'm injured or something like that, or if you're, I don't know, like there's programs for older people. There's like Tai Chi, which is for older people to help them move. There's also one that's like with Tony Horton and older people. And so there's something for everyone. And so no matter where you are, there's something for you.
Perfect. Love it. And yeah, guys, like we mentioned earlier, right now, we actually just came out with an annual all access pass. That's always a tongue twister for me for some reason, where it's literally $6,000 worth of programs, like I said earlier, where you get all of that plus Shakeology, plus it waives the sign up fee. It gives you the 25% off, the free shipping, and all of that for only $200. It's $199 before tax. So if you want to save $6,000, that's the way to go. I'm just going to like fly real quick through the rest of these slides, ladies, just for the sake of time. So I just want to share with you guys some successes that we've had from coaches on our team. So this is Alyssa, who you guys just heard from. And Alyssa basically earned the cost back that she paid to get started within 2 weeks. She helped 3 new people in her first 2 weeks. I think it was more than that actually. And now she's covering some of her bills in less than 2 months time, like she shared earlier, and she's about to move to Florida. And then we have Rachel, who's not on the call, but in her first month, she was so excited about helping people that she earned around $400 just by focusing on reaching out to people. And now she gets to do this and stay at home with her babies. And I actually just found out from her last week that she's expecting another. So I'm just going to go through this one, Amanda, just to be real quick since I'm already talking. So I just want to go through any lingering questions that you guys have and just go from there so we can wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for staying on this whole time. I know this has been super long, so thank you for staying with us and hanging out with us. So do I have to sell stuff? No, you do not. It's all about sharing anyway. But if you just want to start and go at your own pace, that's fine. You don't have to do it right away. I like to ask people questions and get to know people and establish trust and a relationship with them first before I ever offer anything to them. And then I give them something that they need. And we teach you guys how to do that in our training. And the thing is if our paycheck relied on sales, we would not be succeeding. We focus on helping people. The next question is, what if I don't have a large network? Some people didn't have Facebook when they started. Some people don't have Facebook. And your network grows as you grow and you start where you're at. You guys, I literally had 100 friends when I started this. 100 friends on Facebook. I didn't have Instagram. I didn't have Twitter. I didn't have a blog. I didn't have anything. And now I still don't have hundreds of thousands of followers or anything like that, but I do make it a point to network and meet new people every day on social media. And that's something else that we teach you how to do. and the training. And then the last thing is, what if I fail? Well, the worst case scenario is that you got in better shape, you grew as a person, and you met an amazing community of people that's going to be positive and help you and surround you to living out your dreams. And it's okay. Some people don't want to be a CEO and have their own business. It's not for everybody. And then I'm just going to give this one to Alyssa real quick, because Alyssa's really good at this tough love talk, and we're going to end it up or wrap it up here.
Sounds good. So you don't want to settle for taking what you can get, and become the kind of person that becomes the kind of person that creates exactly what you want. So one of my favorite saying is, don't sacrifice what you want most for what you want right now, because everybody wants something right now that's not going to help them get to where they want to go. Do I want ice cream every single day? Yeah. But do I eat it every single day? No. Because I have bigger goals than that. And the same thing goes for this Beachbody thing. If you know that you want to grow a business, if you know that you want the financial freedom, if you know that, you're looking to lose the weight or whatever it is that looks like success for you, you're going to want to be able to reach those goals. So you have to sacrifice some things now. I know Jess, when she first started, she talks about this all the time. She sacrificed a lot as far as like television and like a little, had very little bit of a social life and things like that, because she had goals for herself. And now she gets to work from the beach and go to the beach every single day if she wants to, so sacrificing that little bit for a little bit of amount of time to have the life that you want is really worth it. You need to expand your beliefs about what's available to you in all areas of your life. We all have limiting beliefs, but it's about crushing those things. You have to expand your mind. You have to keep an open mind, and you have to understand that you're not stuck inside this little box that, everybody wants you to be stuck in. Everybody gets uncomfortable at some point, but nothing good happens inside your comfort zone. So it's about taking small steps outside your comfort zone every day, consistently, to get to where it is that you want to go. And we all live in an abundant universe, and everything you desire is here. In this moment, waiting for you to shift your perception and energy to receive it. So why not you? Literally, guys, if you are anything like us, which if you're here, chances are you are, you can do this. All you have to do is believe it. You have to feel it in every single cell of your body, and you have to just understand that it's there waiting for you. There is nothing stopping you except yourself. So get out of your own way and take the leap. There's nothing that you have to lose. I've been saying this since it happened. My mom, when I was getting ready to quit my corporate job, I called her crying because I was so upset, because I knew that I had, this great job and great pay. It wasn't a great job. It sucked. I hated it. But I had called her and I was like, I need you to talk me off a ledge. I'm miserable. I don't know what I'm doing. I just want to get out of here. I had been there for 6 months, and I was expecting her to say, Alyssa, suck it up, be an adult, blah, blah, blah. And she goes, are you done? And I said, yeah. And she goes, jump. So this is me telling you to jump, because nothing's going to happen if you don't. You're going to stay where you're at. And if you want more for yourself, you need to take those steps outside of your comfort zone and make them happen, because it's not going to happen otherwise. The only way for you to make it work is to work it. So start working it. We're here to help you. We're here to do it every single step of the way with you. You're not going to be alone. We're not going to sign you up and be like, all right, go. Congratulations. We're here for you. That's our job, is to help you guys be as successful as you can and to see the success that you want to see. So you really have nothing to lose when it comes to this, and everything to gain.
I have chills everywhere. That was, yeah, guys, as you can see, these are some older pictures. We are going to have updated pictures soon. But these are pictures of us. These are just some of us on the tribe. We travel together. We have fun. We learn together. We grow. And we're like a family. Like, it doesn't even feel like we're working. We literally just have fun all the time. And we're like best friends. And we just love each other. So yeah, I know this was super long. It's like literally 11 p.m. on the East Coast. So thank all of you guys for staying up so late with us. We loved having you here. Does anybody have any quick questions? I'll stay on for a couple minutes. For those of you that can't stay, that's fine. You can go. But let us know if you guys have any questions or comments. We loved having all of you. And I just want to express my gratitude to all of you. I love each and every one of you so, so very much. And thank you, ladies, that led it with me. You girls did absolutely amazing. It looks like everyone's like has their eyes rolled in the back of their heads because we've been on calls now for 3 hours. So yeah, I think everyone should go eat. I'm going to go eat vegan tacos. I wish you guys could all come eat with us. I love you all. Have a beautiful night, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.